We are engaged today in what they call culture war. We didn't start it, but we, by His grace, are going to end it. And we should say, yes, we want to reclaim America for Christ.
We are told in Hosea chapter 4, verse 6 the following: "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Every scriptural student is aware that the beginning of knowledge is to fear Yahuwah. Since the majority of Christians have embraced the love doctrine, the fear of Yahuwah, along with knowledge, have completely vanished. Countless souls every week eagerly jump on the love wagon. Their flesh is taken over with warm fuzzy feelings. Today's churches have become nothing more than pep rallies. Self-encouragement classes are the real theme. Millions of Christians pile into the worldwide Church of Laodicea, with preachers like Joel Osteen who specialize in hypnotizing. They have become nothing more than social gatherings. To make matters look good, the Nikolaite puppet offers all newbies an opportunity to be saved. All they have to do is say the sinner's prayer. Upon doing so, the person is now initiated into the group without having a true repentance, which, by the way, is to turn away from the lawless, sinful lifestyle, while turning back to Yahuwah, embracing His ways. The warm good feelings are short-lived for the newest member. Soon, they find themselves in the same state as they were before. The lust of their flesh causes them to commit all sorts of abominable acts, such as many wantons, pornography, liars, drinking, sorcery, drugs, witchcraft, homosexuality, abortions, and stealing, to name a few. The head of the church assures them, it is fine, you're saved. Nothing can take you out of the arms of our love God. At the weekly ear tickling convention next week, the person will continue to faithfully pay their tithing to the church. The OSAS, that is, the once saved always saved doctrine, has gobbled up many words. Words such as, obey, and take heed. It ignores Yahuwah's word when He tells us to keep His commandments. It hates the doers of the word. OSAS ignores to abstain from fornication, and many more. It seems as if some ghostwriter has caused these words to become nothing more than bywords. How many times have you heard, the world's problems could be solved by simply repenting back to God? This nation could be the land of plenty again. Sounds good, doesn't it? Oh, if only we could post the 10 Commandments up in all government buildings. Hey, that is not a bad idea, is it? On the other hand, wait, what about banning same-sex marriages? We can even get an early start by closing all abortion clinics. In addition, while we are at it, every town needs to plan on having a bonfire, kindle it with all the books that have to do with the occult, witchcraft, and Satanism. Then we need to outlaw pornography, while at the same time bring prayer back in schools. Yeah, let's do it. Our country was founded on godly principles. Remember those founding fathers? Let's take this nation back. We will start here and soon the whole world will follow, giving us a new world. God wills it. To the undiscerning eye, all of that seems great. But we should think again. Hold on. I know it's getting a little rocky. Don't you let go. Brace yourself, because the truth is about to free you from the sinister plan thought up from the Ancient of Days. Dominion theology, have you ever heard of it? If not, you need to. This ideology is that Yahuwah will not bring in this kingdom, but man will usher it in. Once the church gains control of all government, churches and social institutions, the Messiah will then come. So they believe anyway. To them, the earth first must go through her so-called cleansing cycle. Then, finally, a truly peaceful kingdom on earth will exist. Yep, billions have, and millions more are embarking on this grand scheme. Jumping like hotcakes onto the bandwagon of the up-and-coming Christian nation. Yes, Christians are rising up as the dominoes are falling into place. Remember these words, for false messiahs and false prophets shall arise, and they shall show great signs and wonders, so as to lead astray, if possible, even the chosen ones. They will find any method to help bring about the massive brainwashing needed to accomplish their task. There are books such as A Christian Agenda, Game Plan for the New Era. What if America were a Christian nation again? And, toward 2015, A Church Odyssey. Another technique that is being used is to get the wolves in sheep's clothing to spread thought-provoking ideas. Get the Christians in an uproar. That is exactly what has been transpiring before our eyes.
This means war! This means war!
Christians are feeling like they are being targeted. Yet, at the same time within the Christian churches witchcraft, immodesty, lust, pharmaceutical drugs, along with homosexuality is running amok. In light of all this, sincere Christians sit around and wonder why the world is in the state it is in. Nowadays to be a Christian anything goes. It's an inside job, I tell you. You see, most Christian churches hold the 501c tax-exempt status. What this means is that the church has become partners with the beastly government. These buildings are no longer religious buildings but are actually government facilities. The majority of churches today can only speak what the government tells them to speak. Straight from the pulpit, many of these wolves in sheep's clothing are spreading thought-provoking ideas. This technique is widely growing in popularity. You see, the secret puppet masters of the Illuminati know how to pull the strings to get people all stirred up. The Illuminati may play the race card, getting the races to fight. Then, there is the religious card, and finally, the hate card. This is why U.S. President candidate Hillary Clinton went into a prominent, African-American Christian church, and openly downgraded Martin Luther King. Shock waves of this went through the hijacked media, causing an uproar of racism. Handshakes were over as the gloves were on. Millions were deceived. The race card had been a complete success. At other times the Illuminati will use the hate card. Sometimes an informant will be told to go to a certain religious building. They may write some religious graffiti, break some windows, and then the media runs with it. At other times, whatever religion they are wanting to gain on their side, they will tickle the ears. Check out Obama and his contradicting statements.
Assalamu alaikum.
Concerning that, though, there's a lot of emails going around that gets rather terrible. A Newsweek poll shows that 12% of America believes that you're a Muslim, and 26% believe you were raised in a Muslim home. A lot of misinformation. How do you fight that?
Well, you know, by getting on Larry King and telling everybody I'm a Christian and I wasn't raised in a Muslim home.
Pledge allegiance to the flag. And
you are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that is not my Christian faith. Many other Americans have Muslims in their families or have lived in a Muslim majority country. I know because I am one of them. But my father came from a Kenyan family that includes generations of Muslims. As a boy, I spent several years in Indonesia and heard the call of the azan at the break of dawn. As the Holy Koran tells us, the Holy Koran teaches that the Holy Koran tells us, and the Holy Koran also says,